It's easy.
It's easy. You just say it.
You just gotta say, like, outrageous stuff, and then people just come out of the woodwork to agree with you.
Just put on your vision board.
Well, I'm not going to segue twice, so we're actually going to get to this week's episode then.
Cool.
So, do you guys remember what happened last week?
Otto killed a dragon.
Dragon.
We did nothing.
Single-handedly.
Yeah.
He did kill
all
Steel,
him.
yeah.
Wodun was in the sky looking majestic. And
Wodun.
shooting things with maximum amount of dice.
In
I
the
was
sky.
flying at, what did we work out? 54k an hour or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was
34?
63 Ks.
63.
You got some frostbite from all that wind chill?
No, I've got a Yeti rug and a Pope hat.
I feel like the Pope hat probably isn't graded for cold weather.
Have you ever seen the Pope's ears, though?
No.
It's probably been hidden under a hat.
Apart from the Pope's ears, yes, you did manage to kill the Charlatan dragon that was bearing down on the 10 towns. You caught up with him as he was destroying East Haven and decided to move on to Caer-Dineval.
I'm very glad that he decided to land in the town that we decided to, like, defend.
Yeah, I'm upset that the text told me it had to land there because in every other town it wasn't going to do that. So,
Classic Skyrim dragon. Now's your chance. Hit me.
yeah, I was upset when I read that. I'm like, does it have to land? Because this would be so much easier for me. But it did land, and you did end up piling onto it and killing the dragon by the end of that episode. So big victories, and with big victories come big level ups.
Woo!
So I want to go around the table and just see what people are doing for level 7. I've already leveled up Otto and Dogcliff, so they've got a couple of extra things. Who did we start with last time? Let's start with Andy.
Well. I don't think I got much for level 7. I got some stuff at 6. I got a Otherworldly Patron feature, I believe, at 6, which I haven't actually had the chance to use yet. But 7, I'm pretty sure I just got access to 4th level spells, which I guess for a Warlock is a big deal because now everything I cast is at 4th level.
That's correct.
Which is pretty sweet. So yeah, got a nifty new spell that I'm going to be on the hunt for spell components for the rest of my days now.
So you took the other level in Warlock though, was to the end of the day.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well,
Sorry to interrupt, but you took the other level in Warlock? So what does that mean?
I took
I
another
took
level.
another level in Warlock.
so you're
I'm a 7th level Warlock.
Pure
now.
Warlock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight locking.
Pure
Pure 20.
Warlock, just like pure Wodun.
Pure word.
Pure sex.
Cologne coming this summer.
We could sell that. I'm going to move across the table then to Tim.
So yeah, I also got access to my 4th level spells. I got one 4th level spell slot. Some pretty cool spells I've got access to. One of which, no, actually not going to say anything. I'm just going to cast them.
Hold it back. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can hold it back.
But I will say they're pretty powerful if they go off.
Yeah, 4th level is some serious spellcasting, so bad for me. Anything else that you in particular, or just the spells? I mean, you guys are all full spellcasters, so when you get to these levels, it's mostly spells. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just that. I got a couple more free spells just as part of my your what do you call it? Not patron, my deity
Your
or
deity, yeah.
my path, if you like.
Domain?
Domain. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go.
Best
I
cleric.
gotcha.
I'm a cleric. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I got access to a couple more free spells as part of my path, and they're 4th level too.
Isn't level 6 also the level where you can start using your Channel Divinity twice before a short rest?
I believe so. Let me see.
That's
Joke's
also-
on me. I don't use it.
I know. But for
Yes.
those at home that like to play Cleric, 6th level I think is when that kicks in.
Yes, I'm sure they're all burning to know, but yeah, I get access to 2 per short rest. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
And I did get a sweet feature, which I think we may have covered, but yeah, basically, as a reaction, I can cancel critical hits.
Oh,
If someone's within 30 feet of me, I can do that 3 times per long rest,
That's not
Awesome.
provided I remember that it exists.
Yes. That is the important part of that. It's like reading the last sentence of any spell. You gotta do it.
I will add as well another thing that I just looked up Warlocks because I also am very good at D&D.
Yes.
Turns out I got a 4th Eldritch Invocation as well.
Hey, okay.
So that's cool.
So you're still choosing that at the table? Or?
No, I've got it.
You've got it.
But
Okay.
it's a secret.
A secret. Another all these secrets at 7.
It's only a secret from you. I'm happy to tell everyone else.
Can you
Alright.
leave the
You're,
room,
you're onto
please?
my scheming.
All right. Well, let's... I'm going to move...
And now we're back.
Now we're back. I'm going to move diagonal across the table to Jen.
Hey,
How you doing?
Diagonally.
that
That. How's your 7th level looking?
is a secret.
That level of rogue.
Just said it was a secret.
Okay, well.
But yeah, I'm...
Wait, he got it?
No, no,
Did I guess it?
No, you-
Okay.
What's the
No.
problem?
No, I was deliberating a lot what I wanted to do, but I have cross-class, but it's going to be
Oh,
secret.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, first cross class.
Who are you even? Like,
The Svieta,
I'm going to make sure I
but the
like,
cross-class.
don't look at your screen because I always accidentally do.
It's
Stop.
you looking?
great.
All right.
Right.
So you've got a mysterious cross class that we're not allowed to know about yet.
I made a poll on Twitter and everything because I just couldn't decide.
All right. So for those listening,
really
go onto Syrup Knight's Twitter feed and you can go and find out what it is, or just wait until it comes up in this episode or next episode.
Yeah, just be patient.
Just be patient.
Goddamn.
God damn it, be patient, people. All right. Well, if
I'm
we
on
can't get
Twitter
any
right
more out of Jen, then I'm gonna have to move on. I'm sorry.
Keep on.
Across the table is me. My level, no, Zimma. Last but not least, Carnelian's level in Barbarian is going to be coming in strong, so you can play that.
absolutely.
play that
going,
skull.
Going
Angry
full
man.
on Rage Mage with my -8 strength.
I just want you to be a punk rocker, my friend.
Carnelian needs a mohawk.
Yes.
Rage against the mage.
Oh, right between his big ears.
Get like a diet red.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Nice.
No, so Carnelian took the 7th level in Bard, and disappointingly, I get a 4th level spell slot, but that's also not disappointing at all because it is still a 4th level spell slot.
Okay.
It was very conflicting emotions.
Yeah.
Why is it disappointing? Do you
Because
have
I
expectations?
I don't like dead levels in D&D, and some classes just have like levels where it's just like, oh, you don't get a feature, you just get a spell.
I mean, 4th level spell is pretty powerful, though.
Yeah, and my 4th level spell will be fun, but I'm not going to tell anybody what it is.
Everyone is keeping secrets at the table. I don't like it. I'm the GM. I deserve to know.
Hey, I told you mine, but I'm
Yeah.
not telling you my invocation. I can see through walls.
Oh, I did also upgrade one of my 1st level spells into slow, because
Okay.
I found out that bards can learn slow.
Okay.
And it's amazing.
It really is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, looks like we've got a bit of mystery this level for the audience at home. It looks like you'll have to just discover as you listen what everyone took.
I tell you what, though, I'll give you a little tidbit because you are frothing at the mouth over
I
there.
am. I'm very excited.
I'll give you a little tidbit, right?
I like tidbits.
One of the spells that I got has a material component. I need to have an item that's distasteful to the target. All right.
Okay.
So I need to find something that they dislike and then use it against them
Okay.
in a bad way.
Okay.
Just find some soap. Lots of things don't like soap.
But I only got one spell slot. I'm not going to test the water with it. Just try it out.
Oh,
See if
also-
they disappear or not. Wait, what?
Does it specify how it has to dislike it, or just that it dislikes it in some way?
It doesn't have to dislike it. It just has to find it distasteful.
Well, soap, because
That's
nobody
one
likes
of
the
my
taste
pet
of soap.
peeves.
Oh God, no.
Nobody likes the taste of soap.
Are we
Oh.
going literal or is this
Yeah, I see what he
this
did.
dry humour? I'm missing it.
It's distasteful.
It's clean humor.
Oh,
All right.
Okay. Well,
Good.
It's my turn on the brain cell.
look, give me the brain cell because I got to run this damn episode.
Here you go.
Sweet. All right. Where you guys now are at a half-destroyed uphill climb in Caer Divinval, the tavern, I suppose. That's halfway between the town and the Caer itself. Behind you is a large, almost scattering of people that have been trying to make their way to the Caer, but once the dragon touched down, they scattered in all different directions. Now that the dragon has been taken down, they're starting to almost crowding around you, like in a semicircle. They were originally going for the Caer, but with the dragon being taken down and the heroes of Goodmead standing victorious, it looks like some of the town is interested.
I'll call out to the gathering people. Are there any injured amongst you? and I'm asking that because I'm about to head back up to the care. I thought I'd check with this mob.
Carnelian's going to take the opportunity to start like playing really, really like upbeat music. You know, we're gonna get a theme song. We're gonna get a backing track going to this like to this epic moment.
Is it like a gecko rave?
Did we determine that like a bunch of people that were heading into the care, did they get like mowed down with the laser beam?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Shit.
for sure. Definitely a few people died here. But I will say, I mean, just for your benefit, you saved a lot of people in this town. It would have been way worse if you hadn't taken on that dragon. Jen, anything for Svieta? I've got Tim. I'll answer you in a tick.
I'm still a spider, so I'm gonna do like what the peacock spiders do. Just
So the Svieta is grooving out to the beat the Carnelian's putting down.
I'll probably scuttle down to where Dogcliff and Otto are.
Oh, they're dancing too with you.
I
It's
know,
animal
they're
dance
really
inside.
hurt.
What are the
They
name
are
of those
hurt, yeah.
spiders? Sorry, what are the name of those spiders?
Peacock spiders.
Could you imagine like an adult size, like a human-sized peacock spider, like doing like a cheerleader
I'm
wave?
gonna-
That'd
I'm
be
gonna add,
They have
terrifying.
like huge compound eyes. They're just so cute still.
Add Chucky to the list, like doing a little like ferret dance, he's like
Yeah.
noodling back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh, the giant spider. Tim, what Horatio notices when he calls out to see if anyone's injured, you can see there are a number of people that are banged up pretty good. In the panic that ensued when the dragon started strafing the town and the tower, a lot of people got hurt. So you can see people are generally they're in a little bit of shock because I mean, you guys just killed the dragon. But yeah, there's definitely some people that are hurt here.
Okay, I might. I don't want to burn all my cells and all my spells. But I might, if you'll allow me to do like a rough sort of medicine check / triage and see what I can do and see if anyone's, if anyone's like on the verge of death, then I'll try and bring them back. But just to sort of make sure that everyone's not severely injured.
I mean, you can basically use more conventional medicine.
That's what I practice, medicine.
You can do more traditional medicine to try and just patch people up. That's not going to necessarily recover hit points like a salve or a magic. But yeah, you can do a triage.
Okay, I'll do that.
So you've got this crowd in front of you. They're sort of semicircled around where the giant Charlatan dragon has fallen pretty much on top of the uphill climb with you guys standing in front of it. And they're all kind of like shocked and quiet. And just in the quiet as you sort of go, well, we're going to do a triage, get a few people on the line. You hear this little voice from the going, "Is it dead?"
Oh, what's his name? The rotating boy.
No, that's more like this. "Is it dead, mister?"
Yes, young small child. The dragon is dead.
The dragon is dead? The dragon is dead! Oh, hail the heroes of Goodmead! The dragon is dead! The dragon is dead! And then there's a general cheer that goes up. Yay! And then everyone starts raving to the EDM music.
Carnelian's electric violin.
That reminds me of Starship Troopers. What I will say, Tim, if you'd like to, you could do just a general medicine check to sort of set up a triage at the moment, as a few people will need water from the rave.
25.
25.
Whoa.
Okay, yeah, very effectively. You start organizing people in lines, like as worst injured, and to come to the front. You're able to get a few of the townsfolk to help you out. The more able-bodied ones that don't look like they were hurt and might have a bit of medical knowledge, even the first aid training. And just also, that the uphill climb still had people in it when it was being attacked, so you start evacuating them as well, and just using some scraps, you're able to make a makeshift, sort of field hospital.
Cool. All right. Roll up the sleeves of my robe.
Sure can.
I'm in my element.
I will say that will take you some time, though, maybe a good part of an hour.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, is anyone helping? Is anyone doing something different?
I would like to transform out of being a spider
Okay, I'll allow it.
because it's not necessary anymore.
That spider's a lady!
I sure am.
Wow!
Don't come near
Wow.
me.
I want to be your best friend.
No, I don't need one.
But too late, you're already my best friend. You killed the dragon.
Okay, well, goodbye, little boy.
I'm a girl.
Goodbye. I'll go over to where Horatio is and roll up my sleeves. Is everyone okay, or do you need some help?
There's this one gentleman, he's suffering quite badly. Severe laceration across the torso.
I'll
But if
just-
you have any healing abilities, please, don't feel you need to waste any magical energy or anything like that, but if you'd like, I think he might be a good place, for you to work on your medical skills.
Yeah, or maybe his hand looks like it needs to be amputated. I could help him with that.
I'm more concerned about the damage to the torso. I think the hand can stay on.
Okay, I'm still learning medicine. I can probably burn.
I will say for your sake, if you don't have to burn spells if you also want to just sort of do a general medicine check. You can do too.
Hands
Yeah,
come
right.
off, yes?
She just
No.
keeps stabbing people in like the arm. Does that one gonna come off? What about this one?
As they say, break a leg.
No, break a forearm.
It was my son that was injured.
I just came in for some Panadol. You can do a general medicine check if you don't want to utilize actual spells.
Horacio, this man is hurt. You broke my leg.
Yeah, I hurt him.
Let me take care of that for you by taking it. I've only burnt 2 spells.
Yeah, you can do whatever you
This whole
want.
time.
So if you want to use magic to heal, you can.
Yeah, I'll burn a 2nd level spell on this man.
Alright. I'm gonna say
Which
that
will be Cure Wounds, by the way.
Yeah, he's one of the more severely injured.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Here you go.
I feel better now.
While that's going, can I make a sleight of hand check to chop off his head?
Holy shit.
If you want to. Everyone else has to make a. What's everyone's passive perception?
Can I argue that I'd roll an active perception?
Sure.
Because I'm watching her. 'Cause
Sure.
I'm going to give her some pointers.
Sure.
I'm actually watching what she's doing.
It looks gangrenous.
Okay. What's everyone else's passive perception?
Like 12.
12.
17?
That's it. It's at 13. Can I
Roll
do
the
I have to
perception.
roll?
Yeah.
Sounds like I might not have to, but I will.
You may not have to.
12.
I'll go to 11.
Oh, and my passive was better than my active, isn't it?
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess you do see Svieta going to try and just pay a lot of attention to the hand, almost like she's preparing to.
Like the healing would be on his hand. I've just got like a little tiny dagger that Wodun gave me.
Svieta, what are you doing?
You want to feel it.
The hand is okay.
It looks wrinkly and old.
And I'll be with you in a moment, and I'll stand up and go over to her. Let me have a look at that hand. Can I just assess the hand?
Yeah.
How's it looking?
You take a look at the hand. This is the one that you healed, like the guy that you healed.
Yeah.
You can see that the hand looks fine. It doesn't. It doesn't have any scarring. He didn't need healing on the hand.
I'll take his
Not even
hand
wrinkly.
and I'll hold it up to Svieta, just towards her. Go, tell me, what is wrong with this hand? It seems fine to me.
And I'll flip the hand over, so like palm up. It's like, look, there's like little spots all over it. And they're just like.
This man is in his 70s.
I
was
once a hand model, you know.
I mean,
They
it is
say
quite
I-
soft.
I moisturize every day.
Sorry, sir. You can have your hands back, I suppose.
The prettiest hand south of 10 towns, they call it.
Well, okay. You're healed now,
Oh,
right? That's all I have to do. Just the healing.
Yes. I think you've already done it, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay. That's actually a really good job, Svieta. Attempted amputations aside, that's some fine work on the torso.
Thank you.
Are you okay to stay here with the people in the field hospital?
Most definitely.
I'm going to go up to the care and gather as many people as I can and perhaps make a little prayer.
No, of course. No, leave them with me.
I'll head up that hill. And yeah, I'll try and gather people around. I want to get people close to me. I'd say within 30 feet, if I can. Okay, well, I might actually try to get people to, bring forward your most severely injured. I'm looking for about 6 people.
Yeah, so this is heading up to the care, yeah?
Heading up to the care, so mechanically what I'm planning on doing is casting Prayer of Healing.
Okay. So that's a 10-minute spell, isn't it? If I remember
Yeah.
correctly. So, so what you can do is if you head up to the care, there's definitely a lot of people that were in really bad shape with that dragon strafing through. So there's some very, very hurt people you can get gathered close. So I'll say that with all the field hospital as well, it takes about an hour. I'm just interested in what Wodun and Carnelian are doing at the same time. So, Wodun, Carnelian, what are you doing while the field hospital's being set up? And
Carnelian has a crowd. He's gonna start talking up like how the evil mastermind behind the dragon, Zardarok, constructed this foul artifice within the hidden Sunblight Fortress, and about how we delved deep within the fortress and slain the person who was aiming to bring ruin to the 10 towns.
So you've got a little audience. What's are you like orating rather? It's a story you're telling rather than.
Yeah, he's gonna. It's gonna be. He doesn't have like lyrics, so he's just gonna orate the like. He's gonna like leave out that like. He's not gonna mention that they were Durgar specifically, but he's going to like name Zardarok and like talk about how he'd infiltrated the 10 towns and about how he'd created this mechanical construct and about how we killed him. The important part is that we killed him. He's dead.
He's dead. Do a performance check for me.
Yeah. 21.
21. So at the very start, you've got a small gathering of people, mostly people starting to wait in line for the field hospital that's taking shape. But
very important, Carnelian is doing this from on top the dragon's back.
yeah, but they're all like that's sort of like lining up towards the field hospital. And as you start talking and getting into this story, you can see more and more people that stop. That they were maybe wandering or milling around, and they actually start like forming a little audience in front of you, and you have all these little kids like really getting into this, like and they're like miming little sword fights along as you talk about the battles that you had and the forge floor, and then more and more people start gathering until it's now not just people lining up to go to the field hospital, people who were probably on their way to the care with other things or other things in mind. They've stopped for this impromptu like live show that has popped up in front of them.
Yes.
So you have an audience that's sort of hanging on your every word. Wodun.
So Wodun, you probably would notice, has more dragon blood on his face than he did during the fight.
Okay.
And you might also notice that it's
Oil?
construct. Oil on his face.
Crystal dust.
Crystal dust. And one of his top buttons is undone that what previously wasn't as well. And he's saying to the people, my good people, despite what the song says, and despite us killing the dragon, we could not have done it without the great people of Caer Dineval. You are the real heroes, somehow. Wow, shame about the tavern, though. We should probably get this cleaned up. Who's helping me?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Wodun's
The
back.
good people of
He's
Caer
back.
Dineval, somehow.
That's a dirty 20.
There are a number of people that are now that have been lining up to the field hospital. Obviously they're injured, but there is that group of people that started to be an audience, and a couple of the bigger and burlier men who were listening in, they turn to you as you're talking about this, and they're like looking at each other and go, yeah, we could give it a hand. Let's go. We could get a bit of meat after this one. Yeah, it's on me. Come on, let's help the heroes. And a group of fairly strong men. They look like they might normally be lumberjacks or fishermen or something like that. They all band together and they start helping you clear out the rubble so they can try and at least do a temporary lean-to where construction might be able to start somewhere down the track.
That's it, boys. Let's get this place cleaned up. And Wodun picks up like one brick and like throws it away, and then he's like, I should go find Horacio and see if he needs a hand. And then he walks off.
All right, so at the end of an hour, I will say that we've got Svieta in the field hospital still tending to some people that are coming through.
Way more blood on me than necessary.
In hindsight, leaving her after that display was a mistake.
I am going to ask in a second, but while that's happening, I'm just going to save that for last. We've got Carnelian is just ending his performance where he's gotten to the point where the dragon is bearing down on the care and strafing, and in your story, multiple times the dragon strafes the
We're
care.
not going to like worry about like the time frame. Like
Yeah.
we'll we'll say we were always hot on the heels of the
Yeah.
dragon. We'll ignore that we went in there like knowing that the dragon was going to attack the 10 towns.
Embellish a little and
Absolutely embellishing like everywhere possible.
We won't mention that we had to beat up Svieta as a bear because she was
Yeah,
attacking
we're
us.
gonna ignore the multiple instances of like infighting via mind control. We're gonna ignore the fact that we had help from Lady Musgard.
Yeah.
We're gonna like.
Oh, maybe mention her just so she doesn't just come to Goodmead and
Oh,
people
no.
are like,
Well,
what
what
are
I'm
you
doing is I'm gonna leave out the fact that they were Durgar, so that if Durgar come to go trading, they won't like these were the people that did it. I'm just gonna say that like the evil warlord Zardarok.
Right. Smart.
so at the end of that performance, a general cheer goes up, and you're sort of like you get.
I'm gonna I'm gonna have Chucky like walk around with like a hat in his mouth,
Hat in his mouth.
just like for collections.
Oh, that is very cute.
I'm gonna say you end up with 10 gold pieces, 5 silver, and 20 copper pieces.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
you watching this one? This is how you
Is there
do it.
a
Sorry, was that 10,
10, 5, and
20? Yeah.
Just imagine Wodun taking his hat off and just walking around people. It's not working.
why is no one giving me money?
Did you become a supervisor?
At the same time, at the care, Horatio, you finish your prayer of healing, and you have now just a small gathering of people. Not just there to try and get healing, but they're following along with your little sermon that you've said for this. And you can see a few of them are looking at each other and they're whispering to each other, and you then hear them start chiming in with little if you're doing a hymn or something like that or leading in prayer, they'll echo your responses. It looks like you've got a few people that might really be starting to take notice of Calamvor.
Ooh.
All right, so I reached through my pocket to my robes to try and find that speech, that sermon that I gave, funeral rites that I gave all those days ago. It's a bit scrunched up, but I found it. Death is but a part of life. Fear it not, evade it not, and view it not as evil. To fear death delivers you into the hands of those who can bring death down upon you. Die with dignity, neither raging nor seeking the embrace underneath. Do honour the dead, for their strivings in life brought Faerun to where it is now, and to forget them is to forget also where we are now, and why.
And why? And a chorus of people repeat the last word that you said.
Wodun wipes a single tear from his eye.
Just ignore what I say, Kendrick. Calamvor judges all souls fairly, and takes them to be with those of their like. Even now, as Kendrick prepares for judgment, you can be assured that he will find peace, surrounded by good-natured, kind souls. That's not really relevant, but I want you to take the message of everything's gonna be okay. You should believe in Calamvor.
I think you meant Ker Dinaval instead of Kendrick.
Yes! Thank you, Wodun, yes.
And a chorus of people go, for Kendrick, for Kendrick, for Kendrick.
And for the Cairn.
And for the Kendrick, and for the Kendrick, and for the Kendrick.
Yes.
So,
That concludes my prayer. Consider Calamvor
consider Calamvor.
in the upcoming election.
Wait. So you do get a gathering of people that are just sort of, as you're sermonizing, they're in there with rapt attention, and they seem to be, their mouths moving along with yours as you say stuff. And I can assume then that Wodun has made his way back up to the care at this point and has helped join into with the sermon by the sounds of it.
He was standing at the on the outside of the marquee, watching.
Okay. And so, Svieta, you've been left alone with a bunch of injured people.
I'm very happy. Hello.
Hello.
Oh. There's another person that I saw that had a sore hand.
Yeah, can you help me with my hand? It's just a little bit, I think I sprained it on the way down here.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 15.
Oh, yeah, look, here's a first level spell. Just
Oh!
cast it on her.
My hand is so good now.
But she'll feel like a nice warmth.
Oh.
Next?
You just hear this, you're doing great.
Thanks.
Yeah, I just, my foot hurts. I think, and he, holds his foot up and it's clearly broken.
I know how to fix that.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, sit down. Why are you walking?
I thought it would, my dad always said just, you get hurt, you walk it off.
Yeah.
He was a wise man.
Was he a human?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
I mean, he left when I was 6. Something about getting cigarettes from the shop corner. He'll be back one day, though.
Oh, I saw a Dari hut on the way here. Maybe he's there.
Hey! Maybe he's there. You think he's there?
I don't know, but let me heal that. And I'll slap his leg with a first level spell slot as well.
And the foot just rearranges into position back into the foot.
I find talking is a good distraction from the pain, so you didn't feel that.
Oh yeah, man! I could go for a run to that Dari hut now.
Yeah.
Thanks. And he just sprints off towards the woods.
Story hut.
Is anyone sitting down or laying down at all?
So you've constructed, between you and Horatio, you constructed a few makeshift beds, a couple of lean-tos to keep sort of the weather off and all that kind of stuff. So there are a few people lying down that are, they're not in great shape.
Do any of them look unconscious?
Roll me a perception check.
15.
There is a unconscious old lady.
Perfect.
That's lying down near the. You've got that construction happening for the uphill climb, but the bed's just sort of towards the back of that.
Like she's going towards death. I'll go to her.
Just what you want to hear from your local doctor. Ah, yes, almost there.
Yeah.
Can I go over to her?
All right. Yes.
Can I roll a stealth check?
Sure.
So she doesn't hear me.
Okay.
It ain't good. It's a 2 on the dice. My stealth is 4 in total.
Good advantage because she's unconscious.
She's unconscious.
True.
Sure.
8 in total.
Okay. Well.
She's deaf. It's fine.
What?
Well, more than that, she's
unconscious. Let me be clear here. This person is mechanically unconscious.
It's a comical sneaking over there.
But you're not quite enough that a couple of the men that are helping sort of temporarily shift stuff for the uphill climb notice that you're heading towards the lady.
Yeah, in a really creepy way for some reason.
Like they would have thought, oh, she's a doctor, it's fine. But then now that you're creeping towards her, she's like, why is she creeping?
Like, you. Don't look, I didn't want to wake her. Your staring is very loud. Look away. I'm a doctor.
Alright, I'm just gonna lift this big heavy beam, don't worry about it.
Thanks. Go away.
Oh, okay.
How far would Svieta be from Horatio?
I mean,
Different
Horatio and Wodun have gone up to the care.
Oh, okay.
So
You left me alone with all these
Yeah.
Oh,
people.
okay. so
She's
you're back
totally
down.
alone, except for maybe Carnelian, who is near the dragon.
Yeah.
Carnelian's the only person nearby.
Alright, I want to go over. Ready a 2nd level heal.
Okay.
And immediately amputate her hand. The sleight of hand, so she doesn't feel it.
Right,
of hand.
roll a sleight of hand.
Also, I guess no one sees
Pickpocket her
it.
hand.
Slice.
Some
Slice of hand.
pickpocket 100 level shit.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use a
It's
word
that
device.
scene from Futurama where the
too
devil
big.
Too big, yeah.
the devil replaces his hands.
Oh,
Why?
sorry. It is my dice.
It's true. You can have
And
it
it's a
back.
5, of course.
So sleight of hand 7.
Hey, Carnelian.
Yeah?
So you've finished your story about talking to all these people, and you sort of get the last drops of coins in your hat. And as you're sort of walking away, you notice that Svieta leans down. She's got magic that's sort of built up in the hand. But just before she heals this old lady that's unconscious on the floor, you see her take out a knife.
Still Wodun's knife.
Wodun's knife that she has, and just really quickly, she looks side to side as if to see if anyone's looking, and she just bends down and clean takes off the hand at the wrist and then heals the old lady.
Man, that's impressive. Doing that with a dagger? You didn't have a butcher's cleaver somewhere?
She has a 7th level PC, so
Oh,
I mean,
hi, Carnelian.
Carnelian just what you doing there?
Nothing. Her hand was gross. I took it away from her.
What do you need a hand for?
The bin.
You're gonna need to
you're gonna need a deception check.
Can I just roll?
What'd you get?
On
my insight, I have a 16.
I got 11. No, 12.
That ain't gonna help you.
Toxic waste.
No.
No.
What do you, like, you need it for something?
Yeah, poof, and turn into like a spider. Run away.
Wait, so a giant spider?
No, a small
A
spider.
small spider.
And just like crawl under the tent and like scuttle away.
Look, a distraction.
Carnelian, you're now standing there on top of this like old lady that's missing her hand, and Sveta's just run away. And just as that happens, one of the men turn around and go, "Didn't she have 2 hands?"
Carnelian thinking. I don't know. I didn't get a good look at her. Did she?
"Did you take her hand? I swear she had 2 hands." "What? Where's the doctor? Are you stealing hands over here?"
Absolutely not. I am a hero in good standing. I would never harm a single person from this town.
Yeah, I was going to say, from this town. Okay, make a persuasion check. I was going to make you say a deception check if it was, I wouldn't harm a single person.
21.
Oh, God damn, he's good.
But charisma, you're a face character. This is my job.
Oh, where'd the hand thief go then?
You should go, like, tell somebody that, like, we need, like, a guard outside of the triage center. If there's, like, someone's, like, stealing body parts, you should go talk. You should go find, like, one of the guards from the care.
Oh my god, I'll go right away! Starts running up to the care to get a couple of the militiamen.
Cornelius just, like, looks around with the spider. He's like,
At the end of this hour, so you've been here since about mid-morning to midday, and it's starting to turn into the afternoon. The triage tent has now been pitched. There's a number of people that have got medical attention. What do you guys want to do, though? And Svieta, how long are you going to hide for?
I'll go somewhere. Don't worry.
Okay,
I'm making my way.
we'll come back to Svieta.
After that, Carnelian will head up to the care, because that's where the other 2 went, so... and probably should go talk to the speaker at this point.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
When I finish the rite/sermon, keep an eye out for the speaker, see if they're making an appearance.
Okay.
See if they're coming out.
After a little while, so Carnelian does meet up with the 2 of you. At least the 3 of you are together, and the speaker does come down and out the front of the gates into the courtyard. After the word has reached him that the dragon has been defeated. And he looks up at all of you and he's almost looks relieved, like a weight's been lifted from his shoulders. He then opens his arms out and he says, "I see that the title, the Heroes of Goodmead, is well earned."
I think we need a new title at this point. I was pitching the Icewind Dale Dragon Slayers, but, like, you know, I think the rest of my story did a pretty good job of justifying it.
Oh, you think so? Yes, well, we could spread that word.
Dragon Slayers of the Dale? I don't know. We'll workshop it tonight, and we'll make sure that it's ready before you like send a pigeon or a crow. What kind of messenger birds do they have up here? Meat birds.
Meat birds,
All right.
yeah.
Before we'll make sure we'll have it down before you send a meat bird.
Well, I think we would need to send some word out somewhere because word from Goodmead had arrived some time ago, and I assume the word had been spread all to the 10 towns, but now the threat is gone, we should send something out to let them know the dragon fell here. Otherwise, I really can't thank you enough. You've saved this town twice. Please, my offer is still open that you can stay here anytime you wish.
I mean, I will not say no to room and
Yes,
board.
definitely appreciate that out here.
Yes, maybe one night, just the one night. I think we need to move on to Bryn Shander. We did have an agreement with the sled bringer.
Of course. Well, my halls are yours.
Well-
Feel free to sit down. I know that someone is excited that maybe a Pilates class will start in the morning.
Oh, okay. Well, I can arrange that. Yes, better make it a bit later in the morning, because I'm looking forward to the Heroes Feast tonight.
And he sort of looks
Traditional Heroes Feast that everyone does for heroes around the 10 towns.
He cocks one eye and looks at you and sort of like gives you a knowing nod. Like, yes, I get you. I'll get all the finest chowder and mead I can muscle.
Yes, I haven't had good wine in a while.
We don't have it, but some of the mead that you did leave with us from Good Mead, I'm sure we can arrange for a feast this evening. Yes, I think that's a good idea. The town needs it. All right, get the chowder ready.
I regret everything.
I kid. I think we got some goat stew that we have left over from a little while ago, and I'm sure some fresh bread won't go astray. Yes, we can do something, I'm sure. All right, and he starts giving orders to a couple of people around, and you can see them, they start disseminating out.
Make sure there's a trio of dips.
Trio of dips.
For the bread.
Wodun, is this a thing? Like a 10 towns tradition? Like a hero's feast?
Maybe. I just want some food out of this.
Tradition's got to start somewhere.
It most certainly is not. The speaker just tells you that.
You're still here.
Yes. Well, typically, the limited amount of food would mean that a feast is a difficult thing to put on. But, as I said, you saved the town twice. How could I refuse such a request?
I'm very tired after rebuilding your inn.
Of course. He looks over and sees more people still building the inn. Yes, the inn is completely built. In any case, how about, I'm sure you can find some of my servants can show you to some rooms if you wish. I'm sure you've had a long day chasing down a dragon. We'll get one of the stable boys to look after the dogs while you're away. 4 of you, isn't it? Wait, where's Svieta?
She's somewhere doing spider stuff. 6 of us. We have a couple of extras this time.
Yes, where is she, Carnelian? Where is she? I had a quick look down there. I couldn't see her.
Last time I saw her, she was at the triage tent, but I must have missed her after that.
Well, we'll get a room. We'll get rooms available. 6. Okay, sure. Sounds good.
Who are the other 2?
2 kobolds.
2 kobolds.
Oh, right, yeah, something.
No, we're not going to leave them in the...
They're just sitting there on the carts on the sleds smoking.
You mean they don't sleep in the where do you put your animals? They don't sleep in the barn.
Kennels?
You don't put them in the kennels?
Where do you think we sleep?
Oh wait, they're you. Oh shit! Oh, and we just had that big chat. I'm really sorry.
You were trying to be better.
I was trying to be better. I didn't mean it, alright? Nothing personal, kid.
They were piloting the sleds. What do you think?
Oh,
Wodun's like bright
I'll
red.
make it up to you, alright?
You need to make it up to them, not to me.
I'll make it up to them. Are they within earshot or what?
They're probably still outside with the sleds.
So yes, there is a massive.
Yeah.
Kobolds do have good hearing and smell and eyesight. I can unless the sun's up. But if the sun's not up, just assume I know everything that's going on. It's easier that way.
Oh, God.
They're tending to the dogs and the sleds in the corner.
Okay.
You can see one of their ears twitches ever so slightly.
We're going to walk over to them.
I'm sorry. What for?
Explain it to me.
Actually, you got a point there, Carnelian. I'll just turn back halfway and walk back.
Save yourself some embarrassment.
Yes, I didn't hear it, Nothing hurt. Nothing heard, nothing hurt. That's what I always say.
So you sort of guys have free time now. Is there anything you want to do from the town until apparently there'll be a bit of a feast in the main hall of the care tonight. You can see over the next hour or so, maybe 2 hours, people start putting up, those kind of, what's it called?
Bunting.
There we go.
Bunting.
Yeah, like bunting with Care Dinaval's sort of crest on it. You can see there's an ice sculptor, because of course, why wouldn't there be an ice sculptor in the 10 towns? They do preparations to, from what they've got, that you can see people are pulling out food from some of the stores, and the kitchens are firing and ready to go, which are just off the main halls in the main part of the care. The dragon's breath didn't seem to do any more than superficial damage to the gates of the care, so it didn't have enough time to really do much more.
Question.
Yeah.
With our lodgings, do we all get our own rooms, or is it a common room?
You all get your own rooms.
Can I request one with a desk?
You sure can. The one you get doesn't have a desk, but when you mention it, they go and procure a desk from someone. And
Perfect.
Put it in your room.
Thank you, Greg.
Carnelian's gonna spend some time trying to translate his telling of the story into lyrics.
Okay,
So he's gonna write a song this time.
All right, so you got Carnelian writing a song. You've got Horacio getting a desk. I assume you're doing something with the desk.
Yeah, he's writing. He's gonna start writing a journal entry. Start jotting down what's been happening and just thoughts, things that have been on his mind, interactions that he's had with Carnelian as well as Svieta and with Wodun as well. Just trying to take stock. I think at this moment, defeating the dragon, it's like such a big moment. I suppose that he's like just taking a bit to sort of take stock, I suppose, just of what they've achieved and sort of what he's sort of achieved personally as well.
And it's worth noting, as you sort of joked about earlier in this episode, but it's only been maybe a week since you all met each other, maybe a little bit longer. It hasn't been long since all of this has happened. There's been a dragon, there's been a Duragar plot, there's been aliens, there's been...
And in fact, the last journal entry that in Horacio's journal it's something along the lines of, I can't believe they're sending me up to this god's forsaken frozen wasteland.
So he hasn't done any journaling since then?
No, he hasn't had a chance.
Okay.
But even that was about a month ago?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the time frame that just when you guys have met. I think it's maybe a 10-day. Or maybe 10 days or so, roughly.
He'd only been in the 10 towns probably 10 days before that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Crazy. Okay, so you're writing in your journal, and this is all pre-dinner. Wodun... Pilates?
Not till tomorrow.
Okay.
Sir.
I thought you'd never
The
ask.
class is tomorrow. You can sign up. I'll leave a I'll leave a tablet outside the room. Just put your name down and I'll do attendance tomorrow morning.
In 10 minutes, it's just full.
But he walks past Horacio's room, looks in and says, "It's a hell of a desk.
Yeah, I had young Greg bring one in.
Greg, can you make sure mine's got a desk as well?"
You can see he's halfway through carrying a sack of potatoes. Like, alright, I'll get you a desk.
Thanks, Greg.
These old bones ain't what they used to be, I'm sure I could. Oh,
You'll be fine, Greg.
Oh, my knee. My bad knee. No, I'll get it for you, sir. Don't ask. Don't help. It's alright.
Oh, I'm a bit tired from
Oh.
slaying a goddamn dragon earlier
yes, you're
today.
a young, strapping lad. I'm just an old man. Never mind. I'll get you a desk, sir.
Man, the shortages must be terrible. They've got a 70-year-old man carrying desks.
The audacity.
Oh, a few people died. It's okay. I'll get that. And Greg shuffles off.
I'll wait in my room for the desk.
Eventually, a knock on the door and a mahogany desk is slid in. One person trying to awkwardly maneuver the desk around a door frame.
So your desk... I'm dragging it.
It's a pretty good desk drag.
Just bumping into the door and then into the frame. Oh, the speaker himself said you should have this one.
Near the window, Greg. Greg, the window. Over near the window.
Oh, okay. And he just like scrapes the desk over to the window.
Wait.
Oh, me back. Me back.
Wait. Greg,
Oh, yes, sir.
which cardinal direction does this window face?
South, sir.
I need to be east. I need to face east.
I need to...
That means you need to get to a different room.
Yes.
All right. Can you help me with this desk?
No.
Okay. Well, fair enough. You did slay the dragon after all.
Greg,
Oh, my back! Oh! And just starts
Greg, it's
dragging
fine.
the desk
Greg, it's
out.
fine. Leave me alone with my desk.
And now you have a desk in the middle of the room.
Nice. I start doing bodyweight squats.
Poor guy.
Jen,
Yo.
where did Svieta run off to?
So under the tent, and I made my way down to the piers by the frozen lake. And like look around and make sure no one followed me as a spider, like a kid with a jar or something.
See this tiny spider like shift back and forth.
Like a kid with like a magnifying glass. He's like, but the sun's not out, so he's like, oh.
That's a big spider.
It's not smaller in real life. Massive. Through this thing.
Oh wait, no. That's a big spider.
Jesus.
Oh, that's a big spider.
Yeah, thanks.
There you go.
And just going down to the frozen dock, and then I'll willingly transform back with my fresh old lady hand.
Yes.
Fresh old lady hand.
So to be very clear, just where you are now, you've gone down to a dock, yeah?
Yeah, which I think is at the north of the town. Or
No, it's at the very south. So you,
South?
the town's in this sort of crescent
Oh, I'm looking
shape.
at the wrong town.
Yeah, Caer Dineval.
Yeah, my bad.
But that's okay. So the town is in this crescent shape that has like a little bay that runs in that's frozen over, and you would have had to have made your way to the very end of the crescent towards the beginning of town. You can see as you go as a spider. So I'm going to say this takes you about an hour in a small form to get there, right?
Yeah.
And you can see as you're going there, most of the people who were evacuating now, some of them are putting stuff back into their homes. Some of them are taking food still up to the care because a feast has been called. You don't know that, but
Pretty cool.
You
Can't
know,
wait for the chowder.
they're there. There are bags of dried chowder, just all freeze dried. They're coming up there. No, there is legitimately some food going up to the care, but otherwise people are trying to put stuff back in from the evacuation. However, the docks are really empty. This part of town is mostly abandoned from what you can see because the lake's been frozen over.
Yeah. That's perfect. When I transform out, there's still like the docks there and like little fish huts. I'm gonna grab a little pouch and like chop off 4 of the fingers. The index and ring finger that I'll take off, and the pinky and the thumb. So it's just a middle finger.
Yep.
Yeah. Does she have a ring? Roll for marriage.
Does she have a
Was it the
husband?
left or the right hand?
She does not.
Okay. It doesn't matter. It's mine now, who cares? And then I want to get out a little kit. Part of... I don't have the herbalism. I'll get the carpenter's tools out. And get my smallest nails and like nail the other fingers into the hand that I have collected. So the index of a dead wizard, the ring finger of a tourmaline guard, the thumb of a mind flayer, and the pinky of a Duragar.
Wow.
Into like this gross puppet thing.
Wow.
Chimera hand.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
it's really gross. Put them all together. And I would like to just like hold it out and like in my head kind of like say something to Malar. Just to see if like anything answers. Not like I'm holding hands with the hand, but like the palm up on the hand in my hand. And if it does anything, like is the totem of Malar.
Do you say anything out loud or just in your head?
Not initially. But then I'll say his name. Like bring the hand close to my mouth. Malar. Hello? Are you my god? Bring it to my ear, see if I can hear anything.
So you hold the hand up to your ear, yeah? As if you're trying to receive some sort of gruesome phone call, and you listen very carefully, but all you hear is the wind coming off the bay of Lachtinashire.
I might toss the hand over the lake. So I don't have to look at it anymore, because this clearly was a huge waste of my time. Maybe just sit cross-legged and just look out at the lake for a few hours to contemplate.
You throw the hand and it goes skittering across the ice. There's no real place for it to go. But maybe if the lake does melt, it'll eventually settle somewhere in the bottom. But right now, if you stay there for a couple hours as the sun starts going past that sort of dull midday that's in the 10 towns, you have very little sound of the town behind you, but just the wind on the lake in front of you.
Yeah, it's like really peaceful, just from the carnage that was happening before. I might just stay there for a bit longer. Even if the feast starts, Svieta will probably just stay there.
At the care, the feast begins. It's now dark. The sun has finally gone down, and the temperatures are starting to drop very quickly. But you can see there's bunting, there's braziers, there's music playing, even though it's not through Carnelian necessarily. There's a couple of people that are skilled enough with an instrument to be playing in a sort of an impromptu ensemble band. And you can see in the main hall, like it's open to the courtyard outside, but in the main hall there's two of the very long tables have been pressed together to make this gigantic trestle table that goes down the length of it. And people are bustling to and from, and some of the important people are sitting near the head, but there is a short table at the front where the speaker may have sat on one of his more comfortable chairs. That's all been moved away. And now there's a table of honor, and some seats have been reserved for you and the speaker specifically. There's 5 seats at the table.
It's like a wedding.
Sort of, yeah.
Bridal party.
Yeah.
But the celebration starts. The speaker, when all of you eventually get there, does Svieta get there? It doesn't get there at this point. So
Not yet.
the speaker tries to hold off until there's all of you, but eventually gives up. And as people are sort of bustling back and forward, he starts to quiet everyone down. All right. Quiet down. Thank you. Yes, Greg, you do need to move the other table to the other side. We did talk about this afternoon. Good people of Caer Dineval, I welcome you into the Caer this evening for a hero's feast. For we had been beset by a dragon. This is the second time that the dragon slayers of the 10 towns have saved Caer Dineval, and as such, to show our appreciation, tonight we come together to celebrate, to drink, to eat, and to mourn those that we lost along the way. I'm sure in the coming days, weeks, and months, some of our brothers from other towns will surely need our help, and we will give it to them. But tonight is for us, and tonight is for the heroes. So please join me, raise your glasses, and cheer to the heroes of the 10 towns, the Dragon Slayers. Yeah! Let the feast begin! And the music kicks up again as everyone starts all rowdy and talking to each other. Now there's almost yelling across from table to table as people start getting food. People start yelling and they laughing with each other and telling stories, and everywhere that you guys go, people are crowding you, trying to get your story. What happened? How did it come to this? We saw you some days ago. What about the cultists? Did you find any more of them? And just question after question after question.
Wodun's hit the D floor already with 2 goat shanks in his hands.
A little space is aside for the dance off, and that's going to happen.
Yep, the traditional goat shank poker.
Oh, right. And so the festivities have begun.
Hey guys, has anyone seen Svieta? She wasn't at the speech.
Are you calling out to the table from the dance floor?
I'm just I'm assuming it's probably loud in here, and I'm just...
Oh.
It is very loud.
Yeah,
I got you.
I'm on the D floor, I'm surrounded by people, I'm shaking my shanks.
I'll just sort of look at you and just shake my head and...
I got her a shank! It's going cold!
It's already like a chunk out of it.
I keep forgetting which one was hers.
I'll turn to Carnelian and say, are you sure you did not see her?
Yeah, I saw her at the triage tent.
Yeah, and that's the last you saw of her?
Yeah, she went off to do spider things.
Spider things.
Spider things.
Inside check.
I was going to say. Yeah. Makes sense.
I had to.
Wodun holds the shanks aloft and starts shimmying through the crowd towards you guys.
I think a deception check makes no sense.
21.
21. 11.
Right, what does Horatio believe?
Spider things is strangely specific, but it's not a lie. It's not a lot to go on though.
Yes, I suppose. Yes, I know what you mean.
She's a druid. She turned into a spider and ran off somewhere.
Maybe she just doesn't like this amount of people in one place.
I mean, that's fair. I don't quite enjoy this number of people, but
Nor do I.
I get to be a hero, so I'll tolerate it for now.
It's funny. I don't feel like a hero at all.
Actually,
Really? I do.
I feel like a hero. We killed the dragon.
We did. But I just feel like that's not why I'm here. Just drink from my tankard. Start looking around the room again.
Why are you here?
I'm here to save people's lives. And so far, it doesn't seem to be going that well.
We saved a lot of people's lives
Saved
today.
heaps of people.
I suppose. I'm gonna go look for Svieta. I'll just stand up and leave.
A few people try and get in your way to ask you questions, but you're able to push past them.
I'll politely smile and nod and respond, but I'll keep moving.
Eventually, you get out to the out of the main hall and into the courtyard, which is where it sort of opens out to. There are still a lot of people coming to and from the care. The gates are open because they're not under attack or anything like that. And the guards know you well enough now to basically just let you do what you want. They just give you a nod as you walk by.
I'll just make my way down to the first aid tent that we set up and just have a bit of a look around and I suppose scan the city. I'm not going to keep walking down the hill. I'm just going to sort of look around from the tent and just breathe the night air.
Don't look too closely.
The night air is crisp and clean. Now that the triage has actually happened, most people have been now moved from the temporary hospital back to their homes. No one's seriously injured enough to require any kind of further medical attention. So it's really just the remnants of the field hospital that you set up throughout the day that still remain here. And the half-finished sort of construction of the uphill climb with a dragon, the Carnelian dragon, toppled almost on top of it.
Is it still just lying there?
It's been moved out of the way slightly, but it is huge, so moving it's difficult.
I don't notice anything untoward within the vicinity of the first aid station. I mean, if I don't, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think there could be. There's certainly blood and there's things like that. All things you'd expect at a first aid station that has been used.
So that lady lying out there in the open's not...
Doesn't appear to be there anymore. Doesn't appear to be anyone here.
Okay.
It seems like most people have made their way to the care by now.
Okay, so there's no unconscious old lady on the ground. Mine is a hand. Okay, so I wouldn't know.
I don't think there could be. No, there isn't.
I'm gonna go. I'll walk to the dragon, and I'll just sort of touch the Carnelian a bit. And wait, are we allowed to touch it? What happens if we touch it? Nothing.
Well, yeah, I wrote it. So.
Oh, you wrote it.
Yeah.
Carnelian was performing from atop it
He
before.
was.
yeah.
I'll just touch some of the, like its head or something.
The smooth, cool faces of the Carnelian do just sort of feel like polished stone. But you do get a bad feeling about the whole thing. Like something malicious has been imbued in this sort of gem that before is difficult to identify, but didn't really seem to have any magical properties of itself, but it seems like it could store magic. Whatever happened, it was... you get this sort of feeling of hatred and malicious desire and a little bit of paranoia when you touch it. All these feelings sort of like dull coming off of the Carnelian that sort of go through your mind, the first things that you think about.
You feel that, Callan? You sense that evil presence?
If you take your hand off, Svieta will be like behind you.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
Gods, plural.
Many. Sorry, I didn't want to scare you.
Oh,
look
it's fine. I just needed some fresh air.
too many people at the party.
Yes. I wanted to share their joy, but I just couldn't find it in me to do so. So I stayed as long as I thought was polite and came out for some fresh air.
How do you feel? Better?
Being out here, yes. How do I feel in terms of what we've achieved? Strangely hollow.
But you helped inspire people and get them out of the way of the dragon's breath. And we saved so many towns.
I just did what anyone in my position would have done.
You're very humble.
I just want to save lives.
Me too. It was really rewarding being in that tent. Thank you for trusting me.
I'm starting to wonder if... Well, anyway, how did it all go? We were looking for you.
Oh, sorry. Carnelian scared me and I went down to the docks.
Oh yes, he used to scare me a lot too. But we had a good chat, and I think we're pretty solid.
The kobolds, yeah, not so bad. No, I knew there was going to be a party. They always do some sort of feast about some asinine thing.
What does asinine mean? I'm sorry, I know a lot of medical terms, but not English ones. Common ones.
Oh, like mundane.
Oh, yes.
I suppose killing a dragon's not really that asinine, but maybe it's a bigger party than usual.
I suppose for some of these people it could be their life, the highlight of their life.
That's true. It's the highlight of mine, at least. Well, one of the highlights. But Look, I did tell Wodun that he shouldn't lie, and I shouldn't lie either. I did take a lady's hand.
And I'll just stare at her.
Okay.
And squint at her. And wait.
Because, I mean, she didn't look like she was using it in my hand.
Was this woman dead?
I don't think so. I think she was sleeping.
Just sort of rub the bridge of my nose.
No. So at the time she wasn't using it. I can go get the hand and maybe we can put it back on her with magic. That's beside the point, though. We'll come back to that. So MacLeod, we're familiar. I brought him up a few times.
Yes.
He tried to make a totem for him to commune, like you do with your voice.
I have a holy symbol, yeah.
Where is it? Is it the one around your neck?
Digs it out from underneath the robes. It's just a little symbol to Callan on a chain.
Little scales.
Yeah, a little set of scales, or skeletal hand scales, if you like.
And I figured that you would use to commune with Callan. It has to be touching. So I made this hand and thought I would commune to MacLeod. Nothing happened. Like, it didn't glow like when I used your mace. So I threw it away. I should probably go get it if she wants her hand back. It's a little bit different.
Well, hand reattachments aside, is this why you've been collecting fingers?
Yeah. It's kind of macabre, but... And I know that, but I thought it would work. Maybe I needed to be a whole hand of a monkey or something. I can't find a monkey up here, though.
Well, it's a shame that you had to remove a woman's hand to learn this, but I'm glad that you did.
Yes. But I was thinking about it. Thinking about everything that you do. And healing everyone today was very rewarding, rather than taking life away.
You do? And I immediately light up.
Yeah. It felt better than taking life away. I mean, from an animal, that's a different thing. But the humans and golems and everything else that we've come across, it felt rewarding bringing them towards Callan a bit more, but...
Ah, yes, the thrill of the kill. Yes, I've heard such things.
Can't deny it. But the healing, it was really good. Everyone had a smile afterwards. I did hit them a little bit, but I think they enjoyed it.
He sort of laughs a bit to himself. I think you're getting the hang of this, Svieta.
Yeah. I think I want to follow and become more cleric. But I don't know yet about Callan. Again, I think I've rifled through 3 gods now, and I'm worried that I'm going to piss them off.
Well, I haven't pissed him off yet, as far as I know, and that says a lot.
Yeah. Maybe I'll talk to him and try and chat through your mace and call him, like, Caleb or something and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, Special K works for me. But if he doesn't respond immediately, don't be disheartened. Sometimes I feel like he's listening, but he doesn't always respond. And then he just responds when it's appropriate or in my times of need.
I will keep that in mind. And not get frustrated if I don't get a response immediately.
It took me a while before I started to form a relationship with Callan. I suppose as a man of science, this whole religion thing really took some getting my head around.
Yeah. Well, you're very powerful for it, so it's good.
Well, I'm going to stay out here with the dragon for a bit. See if I can reach out to Callan.
Do you want to be alone?
If you don't mind.
Of course. I've got to find where my room is anyway.
Yes, we all have our own rooms.
Do they have desks?
Mine? I had one ordered in it. So did Wodun, actually. Look at that. Ask for Greg. He'll get you one.
I don't need one. I was just wondering if they could remove it if it did.
Oh. I'll, again, hit up Greg. He's good at removals.
Okay, I'll find Greg.
As you've already started walking away, and he'll sort of just pipe up and say, Svieta?
Yep.
You did really well today. I'm proud of you. I hope you find your god. Even if it isn't Kellamore, I hope you find someone.
My tail like will swish happily, and she'll keep walking.
The night air is crisp and cool, and Horatio is still waiting by the dragon, maybe meditating a little. And in the distance, you can hear the sounds of the feast still going. You strain your ears just a little bit more, just that little bit, trying to listen, trying to just filter out the noise, and you hear something. You hear it just ever so slightly. You know what it is? It's the theme music for the end of the episode. And we'll see you next time on Replay.
That's pretty good, though.
That was awesome, you guys.
Really good.
Oh, great work.
Off to find Greg in the next episode.
What do you mean episode?
Don't preempt my cliffhanger.
All right, I'll say that
God
again.
damn it.
Sorry, I'm off to find Greg.
Are you struggling to schedule game nights, or worse yet, having them cancel at the last minute, turning your tears of joy into tears of despair?
Yes,
Well then, happy Tuesday! My name's Nick.
and my name is Alan, and we are Into the Dungeon, a duet-style actual play TTRPG podcast with one GM and one player. Don't let anybody tell you that size matters.
Oh no.
And come, give us a listen to see how much fun a TTRPG can be with just 2 people.
We release a new episode every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central European Time. Make sure to visit us at www.i2td.com. That's the digit 2.
Until then, farewell, and hope to see you again as we delve into the dungeon.